Hey guys, it's John for Cartridge Blast Gamers here with another Dragon Ball Super review. Today was episode 67. That's right. And I got my buddy here, Carmine, again.
How's it going, guys?
So, we're going to give you a little review. And if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't as amazing as last week, that's for sure.
No, tied it up in a nice way, though.
But go watch it and then come back and watch this video. Thanks, guys. Alright, so, the good.
Good.
What'd you think of it?
Overall, okay. It was good, okay. Kinda, once we got to giant Samus cloud around the Earth, that was like, I don't know how that works, but...
Right.
I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, up to that part, he was just split in half, obviously, by Trunks. We thought that he was actually going to be destroyed.
We thought Trunks was going to beat him.
He just took on, I guess you can call it another transformation, or he evolved, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But now he was this giant storm
right.
cloud around, or around the entire planet.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that kind of was just like, huh? But I guess, I don't know, they can say it makes sense, but, you know, because he's a god,
yeah,
and now
he's also potentially immortal. Yeah.
You know, I don't know what gods can do, but I guess that may be possible. Depending on, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean
it's something new. I'm not going to really question it too much.
Yeah,
I guess, but sure.
I mean, but you know, once Trunks, you know, split him in half, and then you see this happening, and it was basically like the last episode. It ended. You're like, oh, that was good stuff, great, and then this one was just like, oh, just kidding, you're all screwed.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah. So this one kind of just threw a 180 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It slowed itself down a little bit. Obviously, the whole ordeal happened. It split in two. You became that essence or aura around the entire planet that was leaking out into the universe.
Yeah.
And then you had a cool moment, I guess, where you had Trunks throw out the Gatling gun. You had Vegeta throw out the Final Flash, and Goku would Kamehameha. That was a cool little moment there.
That was cool.
Afterwards, obviously, it was interesting for Goku to kind of go to somebody else to kind of fix the problem.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they had no choice.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you could have been like, oh, well...
I'm sorry, what we're talking about is Zeno-sama?
Yeah, Zeno-sama.
Pretty much Goku does a little clicky, easy button thing.
Yeah, he thinks he has a sensu beam when he pulls out the clicky thing, the summoner thing, and then he summons the Zeno-sama from that timeline, and he was just like, who are you, and all that stuff. I mean, that was something I was hoping wasn't going to fix this issue.
Yeah.
But I think the way it played out, it worked.
He wasn't really an entity anymore that you could actually fight.
I know, this was kind of like, you're all screwed.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
The rest of the universe is screwed.
Try again. I mean, of course, you know, in another universe somewhere, they could have fused into Gogeta, but that he's technically not canon, because Vegeta would never want to learn the fusion dance to begin with.
I'm sure eventually. Well, here's the thing. If they continue down the line with as much fanfare as they've had, I have an assumption that they will eventually show Gogeta.
You think so?
I think so.
I'm for it. I like Vegeta.
Yeah.
I want him to throw that starburst, whatever he has.
He was such
something.
a brief character in the overall in all the movie. You know, he's there for a limited time in the movies.
He was a tease.
Like you don't really get to even see his personality. He doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
You know what I mean?
He
just destroys Janemba.
Yeah.
In that movie, and like it's interesting.
Yeah, and then I feel, you know, in GT, even though that's not canon too, when they pull them out, I feel like they just incorporated Vegeto's personality into him.
Yeah.
And then just had him be like a goofball the whole time. So, but anyway, yeah. So this episode, you know, for them to call Zeno-sama, it makes sense. I mean, what else were they gonna do?
No. Yeah. My only question is from what I thought Zeno-sama was that he was the overarching god,
right?
Like the creator. So what I was kind of confused about was they went to him and he didn't know who Goku was, because it's a different timeline or whatever. But you figure that he would have oversight over all the universes created, and there would only be one. It seems odd that there's actually two.
Right.
You know
so
what I mean?
Even with the
because of the
timelines, you think like for instance, this is where you're talking, like, here's a bubble or globe or whatever of all the stuff happening, like different timelines, galaxies, universes.
Yeah.
Like, he should be here.
Exactly.
Like, there should be nothing here. It should just be like him looking over everything.
Uh-huh.
And like for timelines to exist could just be him making the balance, like keeping balance. You know what I mean? So that's a valid point.
So, and then my thing was too is that it seemed like the reason why they did it that way was so that they can tie up we don't want to call it a plot point, but a story point where he said he was going to bring somebody back to play with him. So, like, was that the main reason?
I mean,
so they didn't have to try and explain why Goku couldn't go and have these play dates with Xeno-sama.
I hope not, but I'm also glad because in the beginning when they first did that, I thought that was just like a filler episode where there would never be, I thought it was going to be like leading into another filler episode with just Xeno-sama having a play date with Goku, and it would have just been this silly episode of nothing.
That's old Dragon Ball. That would have happened.
That would have happened, right?
That would have happened prior.
For them to do it this way, I was like, okay, that makes sense-ish. I mean, granted, obviously, if he's not, like, if for each timeline, there's literally a new everything.
Well, that's the thing. Like, every time that they break the timeline, they create another time ring, which, from my understanding, is a whole nother universe.
Yeah.
It's a universe that happened because somebody changed something in the timeline.
Right.
But with that being said, they have a centralized box with the time rings in them.
Yeah.
Okay? One set of time rings.
Yeah.
Just as that there is that, like, one overarching time ring box,
right.
I guess you could say, you would have one overarching Xeno-sama.
Yeah.
And that's where I was just confused by it. Either way, it worked out. I don't want to get too caught up on it.
Yeah.
But it was just weird. And that was the one thing I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I looked at it and I was just kind of like, I was confused by it, but it wasn't like something I was going to really like harp on, I guess.
Right.
But it was just something that stuck out.
And I mean, yeah, of course. And moving on from that, the closing of the episode, it's kind of sad. Not him leaving.
Yeah.
But the idea, like, he lost everything. Like
everything is gone by the end of the episode. That the planet is no longer there.
Not only did Trunks not save the planet, he didn't save the universe.
Yeah, or the people that allowed him to even cut
so like
him in half.
That's like a giant kick in
half.
Trunks like nuts right there.
Yeah. And and then I got a little bit more confused, and a couple of my friends that I've watched the episode too, they were kind of not understanding what Whis was trying to do. Like, Whis and Beerus are going to go back into that timeline and then go a little bit further back in order to try and fix what happened and create another planet potentially, or they're going to create another universe. They're creating another time ring pretty much.
They're going to purposely make another time ring, but this time so they're going to go back, make another time ring, but Whis is going to trap Zamasu and Black at the same time.
Okay.
So, like, think of the Mafuba, but they were talking about he's going to make a stronger version or a better version, whatever he has, or more permanent version.
He's Whis, he just does whatever he wants.
He does whatever he wants. So, basically, that's kind of what they're going to do. He's going to have, I guess, Beerus is going to go back, talk to himself before Babidi comes and destroys Supreme Kai and Trunks' timeline, killing Supreme Kai and Beerus.
Okay.
So he's gonna tell him about that.
You mean Black? You just said Boo.
Well, see what
before Black kills Supreme Kai.
Well, no, because in Trunks' timeline, not Kibito. Well, Kibito was there, but Dabura kills Supreme Kai.
Okay.
Or Babidi kills Supreme Kai. Whatever that is. During that fight, and then that's what killed Beerus. Obviously, Beerus didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
You wouldn't allow that to happen.
Yeah.
But, so he's going to go back before that and talk to him, and then I guess he's going to take care of the whole situation before him. Because, again, Zamasu's in another universe. Like, this takes... which, I don't know... it's kind of confusing now because it's like...
Well, now there's this universe and this universe and this universe and there's this timeline.
So, like, Universe 9 has its own timeline switching and changing. And who knows.
So, I guess at the end of it, though, pretty much they're going to make sure that Trunks has a home to go back to.
Pretty much.
Has a planet. But there's going to be two Trunks. There's going to be two Trunks and two Mai.
Yeah.
To pretty much live out their lives.
Right, which kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, why would... If they're going to be two of each, why not just have them stay in the timeline that's there now? Like,
I don't know.
like why would I would be like, hey, can I just stay here with you guys?
Yeah, I don't know. It is interesting.
But the writers were probably like, nah, that's just too much Trunks.
Yeah.
We're just gonna make something up right here.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like I said, it was an interesting episode at the
Yeah.
end of it all. But a couple more points, I guess we can kind of come across.
Gohan?
Gohan. Before we get to Gohan,
Okay.
I do want to say something about Vegeta. That little quick interaction between Vegeta and Trunks before they leave.
Yeah.
It was nice to see. It was kind of like Vegeta's way of having respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you're not half bad as what I thought you were.
Yeah.
You know. But nice little moment there. That was big, obviously, for their relationship between the two of them was a big moment for them. But yeah, and then there was Gohan. You want to chime in with Gohan?
Yeah, I mean,
and what you think it is? And
I mean, to
talk
be
about what
honest,
I think it is.
Here's the problem with what we saw in this episode. Trunks is leaving. You know, you didn't see Gohan, and all of a sudden you see Piccolo show up, and then Gohan, and he's sweating, he's panting, whatever.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, oh, you know, he's training again, and he looked like he was in his mystic form with his hair and everything like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I guess. I feel like I can't come to a conclusion that it was his mystic form just based on his hair.
I know,
but I guess that is what some people are saying.
Yeah, he was still in business clothes, so I don't know why he was training in those clothes.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have questions about did the mystic Gohan just go away, like, and it can just be brought back? Like,
yeah, that's true.
How does that work?
Like, what is that?
Yeah,
does he have to dig deep again and bring out the potential for it again?
Yeah.
Or you can look at the other way. Maybe Gohan's so weak, just getting there made him real tired.
Maybe.
You never know. But it was short. It kind of didn't make... I mean, you kind of have a moment between Trunks and Gohan. And
yeah.
Gohan doesn't say much, but, you know, be well. I guess that was enough for Trunks to be like, oh, yeah, okay, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like how he wished when Trunks was visiting Gohan, you know, at first he was puzzled by everything that was going on around him. He was like, is this Gohan? But then he had that heart moment where this is what he wished the Gohan in his timeline could
was
be.
able to do, yeah.
So now it's kind of like the reverse where Gohan sees of all the things he's been through, and he knows he's finally going to get to a place where he can be happy, and he's just like, that's kind of like the feeling and you know, he was just been like, be well, you know, like finally be happy.
Yeah.
You know, finally find peace in this new place you're going to.
And... You know, so Trunks goes off, but just kind of going back to Gohan and going back to the series in general, I feel like they've been very good about foreshadowing things that are going to happen.
Okay.
So Gohan showing up, foreshadowing, I believe. Like I feel like he will have his arc, he will have his time to shine. I feel.
I hope so.
I would hope so too. But so him showing up was huge. For a lot of fans, and like you said, a lot of people are starting to think, all right, is he Mystic again? He's obviously training.
Yeah.
What we assume, the reason why we assume he's training so hard again is because Trunks didn't tell Gohan what was going on.
Yeah.
You would assume.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yep.
I think it's just coming to a point now where he's getting to that situation where he doesn't want to have to rely solely on Goku and Vegeta. Which is good, and hopefully, like I said, he can have that. He can increase his strength. He can be worthy of, you know, helping them out again, just like Trunks did with this story arc.
And I hope too, you know, talking, you know, hopefully they'll bring this up. The fact that even with Vegeta and Goku, they couldn't do anything for Trunks, pretty much. You know, they tried their best, but you know, this happened. So maybe that too will push Gohan and be like, listen, I love the life of peace and everything, but peace doesn't mean that it's going to last forever. And what if this happens here? You know, I got to protect my family, and hopefully that pushes them to maybe train more. And I just hope it wasn't just some thing they threw in there, like, oh, what was Gohan doing this whole time? You know what I mean? Because looking at the next episode, which looks to be filler, but he looks back to normal, like nothing, like he wasn't training or anything. So I hope this wasn't just something that they threw in there just because. You know what I mean? I really hope that. I really hope he's training again, because you know, after the Frieza arc, you know, he was telling Piccolo, "Oh, I want to train again." But then that was the last thing you really...
The Frieza arc from Super.
It's from Super, right. And then you see him train for a little bit, but then that was it. You never saw them again.
Yeah.
Training.
And, well, they approach him, I guess, before they leave for the the
universe
tournament,
right.
or the 2 universe tournament. But yeah, so we assume that he's probably was still training for a period of time.
Yeah,
we can assume, but
hopefully, I mean, this is all up to the writers. They can make whatever they want out of this.
Yeah, and it's really interesting too that he's still going to Piccolo to train him, and I understand there's that background to him, but clearly, Goku's leaps and bounds beyond where Piccolo could, I feel like, ever teach him to getting that kind of power again. But and like I said, both Goku and Vegeta, they're Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
What path is Gohan taking? Is he trying to be stronger than Goku and Vegeta, or is he just trying to be strong enough to, stand together with them in battle again?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see him training with Piccolo for Piccolo's sake, so they don't just write him off like Tien or Yamcha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's nice to see, because I mean, Piccolo was, when he fused with Kami, he was super strong.
Yeah, he was stronger than any Super Saiyan at that time.
Exactly, and then he kind of dwindled
had
off.
his 2-3 episodes there.
And then during the Buu saga, he didn't do anything but just kind of like babysit Gotenks.
He cut Babidi in half.
That was easy.
He played a part. He taught them the fusion dance.
It's true.
But yeah, I think there's just so many favorite characters, whether it be Gohan, whether it be Trunks, whether it be Piccolo, that have just been on the sidelines for over so many story arcs at this point.
Yeah.
And like, I would love, glad Trunks is there. If I can at least get Gohan back to being relevant in some of these episodes, great. If I can get Piccolo, that's like my wish list.
I know.
Like Piccolo, my dream of Piccolo coming back and being this awesome, force to be reckoned with, especially because of how smart he is in battle. Like that, he's supposedly probably next to Vegeta, the smartest fighter that there is right now.
Oh yeah,
for the Z fighters.
Absolutely.
So
I kind of hope that there's a situation where Goku kind of, I don't want to, kill off Goku, of course, but maybe there's like another, obviously not the same thing, but heart viral where he's gonna have to sit down and everyone's gotta be like, all right, now that he's done, what are we gonna do? Of course, Vegeta's gonna be like, well, I got this, but then when he doesn't, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, so. And I think the biggest thing throughout this arc, the story arc, is that just going back and looking at some clips and looking at some previous reviews of the episodes, like Goku and Vegeta were constantly fighting side by side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There wasn't this big, I'm going to take them both on by myself, because they couldn't, and they realized that.
Right.
But now it's not just, Goku can't, with these kind of fights now, it seems like a lot of times Goku's not going to be able to take on certain threats by himself.
Yeah.
And him and Vegeta are at least allowing each other to help out.
Right.
Which is huge from a story standpoint, a character standpoint.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to where it goes. I've heard some hints of what's coming next.
I did too.
I don't think we should say anything just yet. I mean, it's out there, guys.
Yeah, there's some potential story arcs that are coming up.
And I mean, it sounds exciting. So, like, hopefully it could lead to what we're just talking about.
Yeah.
Where others might have to.
Yeah. Because you figure, though, too, like, with anything that happens in this series, if we stick to the original Z story arc, at the end of it all, you have the characters.
Yeah.
You have Oob.
Yeah.
So, like, but all the characters are there. Mm-hmm. All the characters are alive and well. Goku, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Vegeta, Piccolo. At the end of Z, they show them before he goes and trains Oob.
Yeah.
So we assume that they're all going to be there, but that doesn't mean that we can't have casualties that then they have to wish back.
Right,
at
of course.
A certain point.
And, I mean, with that, I hope that is the part where they're getting to. I wouldn't mind if they rewrote that ending a little bit, but if that's what they're because this is technically in between, like this is super between this and this.
Yeah.
So hopefully, because I'm looking back at Gohan again. Hopefully he's not like he doesn't stay where he is. Maybe hopefully he becomes a character that
again. I hope that maybe he is Mystic. Maybe he becomes something else. Like what we were talking about last week, where Trunks kind of has his own transformation, whatever that is. I don't really want to see Gohan have that transformation. I would like to see something like a Mystic version,
right?
I guess.
Something unique to him.
Yeah, because what was so awesome about Gohan when he was Mystic and fighting Buu, he had power, but he didn't. I feel like he never really strutted it.
Right.
He never strut his power. He was precise with his attacks. Didn't use more energy than he had to be.
Yeah, he was very smart about it.
Yeah, very, very fluent, very fast. I think that type of a fighter would be very interesting to actually watch, kind of develop
absolutely.
And have their own.
That's why it's a shame that he hasn't been utilized to his potential. So hopefully the writers get on that. But I mean, as far as the episode goes, it was an interesting conclusion to it. The whole arc, it was a little bit surprising, but I guess it fits. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean they had to wrap it up nicely.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. See, my thing was I don't know why it could have just been Trunks going.
Yeah, I mean,
kill him with that swipe.
Either way,
but,
that way to me, we talked about it last episode. It was kind of out of the blue. Like, had he learned to do that? But that would have been nice to see Trunks handle it. But then again, this was something we weren't expecting. So I guess that's they keep throwing things like that at us. So
yeah, by the end of the day, Black and Zamasu, biggest threat.
Oh, absolutely.
I think anybody's ever faced.
Hands down, because honestly, they couldn't. They honestly couldn't. They couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He was just. Yeah. He became the universe. Mm-hmm. There's not much.
And it didn't rely on a new grand spanking new transformation or anything like that.
That's true. Yeah.
Other than I guess if you consider whatever Trunks is, which we still do not know, by the way. And he's going back in his timeline, and we still have no kind of wrap-up about the reasons why he can do things that he's doing.
Yes.
Which I have a problem with.
Shame, writers.
But
shame.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll find out.
That's true. But, guys, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. I mean, what would you give this as a score? Out of 10.
Out of 10. 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't great. I feel like I feel like they could again just some of the confusion once again with Xenosama.
Right, kind of just threw. It's like, oh, how do we wrap this up?
Yeah, and I don't want
to make things up as we go.
And I don't want to say it was like a throwaway episode, but it kind of felt like almost like a filler. Like they were obviously still wrapping up that storyline.
Right.
But I didn't feel the impending doom that you felt like the last few episodes.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, we knew that button was going to come. The Xenosummer button was coming soon. So now that they got it out of the way, I'm glad. Yeah. Hopefully, he has no use for it anymore, and Xenosama kind of does his own thing with his new Xenosama friend.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously they're going to reappear when they do the multi-universe tournament.
Yeah, I mean, then again, it also, now you always have this idea that there's always this way out. You know what I mean? But anyway, all right. So 7.5 for you.
Yep.
I'll give it an 8, just because I liked it was a surprise what happened. I kind of liked it better than I guess Trunks just wrapping it up, having superpowers. I kind of like the idea that they couldn't just.
Yeah.
That they could just be like, oh, hey, for no reason at all, he's going to go. Because, I mean, if he did kill him, people would be going, well, he was half immortal. How did this happen?
Yeah.
So I guess it makes sense.
That's probably, yeah. So they did tie up that element of it, which was good.
I wish Gohan said a little more, and I wish, that whole ending, made more sense.
I think that was just what it was. That was just they wanted to show him, and like I said, they've been very good about foreshadowing in this series.
Yeah.
Going back to the Potera earrings, they kind of hit that point 2 or 3 times leading up to it. So we had this feeling that Vegeta was going to return, or there was going to be another fusion.
Yeah.
But
yeah, guys. Like always, thanks for watching. Like I said, leave down some comments down below, or just leave them if you want to yell at us. And always, please like and subscribe. Well, I'm John for Cartridge Blast Gamers.
I'm Carmine.
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome, and we'll catch you next time.
Later.
Peace!